The CTB 10th anniversary live show at Reverb. Lots of applause, please. Since there's an audience and it's recording, make your emotional outbursts outsized so it gets picked up on the microphone. So everybody thinks we're funny. Thanks. To warm you up tonight, a very funny comedian, someone who I've known well and that we've had on the show a bunch of times. Guys, give it up for Nicki Fuchs.
What's up, Reverb? Make some noise! We feeling good tonight? It's fucking Friday. Okay, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room immediately. This hairstyle is called the Tasteful Mental Breakdown. Tasteful because I kept the bangs. You know, I keep trying to figure out who I look like the most, and the only thing or person I can come up with is a childless Britney Spears. Yeah, so I actually was in my therapist's office last week, like waiting, and there was a 13-year-old boy sitting next to me with the same exact haircut. Needless to say, we fucked. Just kidding, I'm not a pedophile, you guys, I promise. So yeah, I did kind of go on a date recently. Okay, that's a fucking lie. I went on a date 2 years ago. I should still talk about it. Well, here's the thing. At the end of the date, okay, this guy at the end of this date, he like went in for the hug, which was like the first traumatic event, okay? And like while he's hugging me, he like sniffs me really hard. He's like, and he says, "Oh my God, every girl I date wears that same perfume." He said that to me. I know. So, like, I was so shocked and appalled. Like, I, like, literally had no idea how to respond. So I just, like, sniffed him back. I was like, oh, my God. Every guy I date just lives with his parents. Also, that's not perfume, dude. That's just, like, a little bit of lavender essential oil mixed with some, like, dirty bong water I spilled on my shirt earlier. So now you have the ingredients of patchouli, in case you ever needed it. It is Baltimore. Is anybody else having a hard time masturbating while our country's going to literal fucking hell right now? Right? He's shaking his head. Yes, I cannot come, okay? There is, like, no coming with me right now. Like, every time I get on Pornhub, I just feel like I should be on NPR News, you know? Like, this is a very real obligation. It's hard. It's a really hard life, I tell you. But, I don't know. You know, here's the thing. I just turned 31, so give it up for that, you guys, okay? Give it up for that. I live in an Airbnb. Don't ask. It's not something I want to explain, but I've been celibate for a month. Well, okay, there was a period of time where I was celibate for a month, and in that period of time, I found this really weird thing that I'm going to tell you guys, okay? It might not make sense, but hear me out. So it's called the Celibate Woman's Viagra. It's a concoction of 3 mixtures, okay? The first mixture, or the first ingredient, is wine, so that I'm horny enough to want to have sex with you, right? That makes sense. Coffee, so I'm awake enough to want to have sex with you. And weed, so that I'm high enough to know I'm just going to stay home and masturbate. That's the Celibate Woman's Viagra. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Anyway, I did turn 31 6 months ago, so sorry for making you make that noise, I know. I just like to say it, you know. But nothing's really changed. Well, my hair's changed, and I'm starting to find dads really attractive. Yeah, okay, let me clarify. I'm starting to find dads who don't have full custody of their children attractive. Yeah. I actually went on a first date with a dad one time, just this one random time, and I got really drunk. I'm not going to talk about that part because, like, I don't need to explain myself to you, okay? Like, that's not why I'm here. whatever. But crying on the first date is okay, right? It's okay. It's fine. He didn't mind. He actually texted me the next day, and he was like, hey, I tried to play you my favorite song last night, but you fell asleep. Didn't know how to respond to that one, because you're a dad. You should be used to that by now. Right? So I'm not going to lie. I am that person who hangs all of all of her family photos in her childhood, like in her bed, from her child. Okay, let me restate that. I am that person who hangs all of her family photos in her bedroom so that when we finally go to have sex, we'll both be reminded of my traumatic childhood. Oh, it's a joke, you guys. It's a joke. It's supposed to be funny. Yeah. You know how I said, like, not a lot has changed since being 31? You know what really hasn't changed? And I bet a lot of women, maybe some men could attest to this. One thing that really hasn't changed for me, catcalling. Right? Like, isn't that a thing that hasn't changed since you were 10 years old? Right? Like, that's just whatever. Anyway, so I've been trying to educate myself on the subject a little bit more, so that I can help educate catcallers a little bit more, right? So naturally, I found myself on an internet spiral that landed on a 20-minute Facebook video about animal courtship. I know. Guess what? No catcalling in the entire video. Oh, isn't that crazy? So crazy. You know why? Because animals aren't even that disrespectful. They're not. Seriously. Oh, this guy over here rolling his eyes. Clearly a catcaller. It's fine. I'm going to teach you a lesson, boy. No, not you. The guy behind you. And I know some people are like, what about birds? Maybe like they're kind of like catcallers, which is ironic, but also like no, because like birds make music to attract other birds. You know what I mean? So why don't you sing me a motherfucking song? Sing me a song! Seriously, I'm going to sing you guys a song about how that would be, okay? Like what I would want you to sing me a song if you were going to catcall me, okay? Let me get some liquid courage first. All right, are you guys ready for this song? I turned it off. All right, I'm not going to fuck with this. Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, you're my star. I just want to know who you are. I will buy you all the drinks. You are my missing link. This is my song for me, you guys, okay? It's my song. When I see you from afar, I will sing this from my car. Sing it from your fucking car, okay? I'm Nicki Fuchs. Thank you so much. Super excited to be opening for City That Breeds. I've known Bryan for a pretty long time. We used to be neighbors and smoke a lot of weed together, so that was tight. Also love his fiancée, Caitlin. Evan's pretty chill, too. I'm really excited to introduce these guys. So why don't you guys start clapping for the CTB show?
What's up, everybody?
That's yours.
Yep.
That's his. That's Bryan Preston's.
Hello, and welcome to the CTB show. Today is September 21st, 2018. The weather is, in here it's a little muggy, I gotta say. The Dow.
26,743.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. My name is Evan the Mayor. That is Bryan the Levy. Uh-oh.
Let me turn that mic on.
Yeah, turn it on.
How on brand is it that Nicki didn't say Casey's name?
I am shocked and amazed. And that is Casey the Kasem.
Howdy.
And joining us on stage at Reverb is Bryan Preston. Say hello.
Hey.
Thank you for that very enthusiastic introduction for yourself.
You're welcome. Real quick. Bryan,
Yo.
we have a table that doesn't mean you need to bang on it.
Right.
No.
Please don't do that.
Watch me grab onto this mic all night.
Top of the
about
show
this table.
plugs. Thank you very much. God damn, this audience is huge compared to last year's live show. Fucking shit! 10 years, baby. CityThePreets.com. We've been around the bend.
My dad's here.
Your dad is here
With his friends.
with his friends.
My dad is here with his girlfriend. This is the second time we've been in the same room, so I feel comfortable calling her mom now. I think it's really going to work well.
That's awkward.
This is the place to talk about it, right?
I would be remiss if I did not, during the top of the show plugs section, talk about the merch table over here. Listen, guys, I got a bunch of shit I need to get rid of. I am sick of this stuff sitting in my house. I got a lot of odd-sized T-shirts, a whole bunch of beef jerky, and several actually very good raffles. We've got what I call the man package raffle. $5 a ticket for a grappling hook, a bottle of Epic Rye from Baltimore Spirits Company, and a tour for 10 people.
Meanwhile, that sounds just like a good time for Catwoman, so I don't know why that has to be the man's I'm
Or are we
going to
get into that later?
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it.
all right.
Maybe Charles Bronson.
Or Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah, like Death Wish.
I would like to thank Tronster, sitting right in front of us, for taking video tonight. That's amazing. Is it actually working, or is it just like, we just think it's working? The red dot's flashing. Okay, all right. Well, as long as that's the case.
How long have we been talking about recording an episode with video? And
5.5 years.
And finally, we're doing it.
And finally, after 5.5 years, we're doing it. I guess the reason for the season on the first half of the show tonight is to talk about the year 2008. Well, first of all, Bryan, you and Casey were responsible for coming up with the topics tonight because I was
You were busy.
peeing my pants, like getting all the logistics and all the stuff lined up. Oh, by the way, zines, guys, zines over there on the rotating thing. They're free. There is a suggested donation of a couple bucks. Just take the zines.
So,
They're
like
great.
suggestion.
So who was it that said that we did this in the wrong order? It was website, podcast, then zines. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's if we have been doing this since the 90s.
Well, haven't we?
I don't know. I don't think people were making-
2008. That was September 21st, 2008 is the registration date of CityThePreets.com.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
I haven't done anything for 10 years.
Neither have I. I mean, like, that's the only thing I've done for 10 years straight.
It's a legacy. Tell us.
Holy crap!
I
I have a legacy?
Yeah,
We have
maybe.
a legacy.
It's
No,
gonna-
we have a legacy.
It's going to be on the internet forever. It doesn't go anywhere.
Unless I delete it.
Okay. I don't know. The Wayback Machine will keep it or something.
Maybe. Who knows? All right, what are we getting into then, Bryan?
So we were curious. Tell us about the origins of City That Breeds. The shining light that has brought us all here tonight.
Does anyone in this room remember a time when Facebook wasn't around?
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, there was MySpace. There was Friendster. There was whatever else.
Aim for life. That's where I'm at.
I always thought to myself, hey, blogs, why not? Very original thought by a white guy who, wanted to have a website.
There just aren't enough of you guys, of us talking about things.
Right.
And we needed another.
Not at all. So I registered a website with my own name, evanseipel.com, because I was like, what if people want to find me? Again.
Did you not have a live journal?
No, I did not. But if I did, it would have been one of the best.
Okay.
Lots of... wait a minute. What's the... What?
Hey, everybody. I got the new My Chemical Romance album today, and it's awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
Live Journal.
That would have been great if I was 18 at the time, but no, I was like pushing 30, and I just decided I'm just gonna have my little website, blog, people can talk on it and whatnot. And then at a certain point, I got tired of doing that, and I decided, you know what Baltimore needs? It needs its own version of the Onion, because Baltimore is at times laughable town. There's ripe fields for mockery and this and that.
You guys know that famous sitcom, The Wire, that takes place in Baltimore? It is a hilarious place.
Stringer Bell, my wacky neighbor.
We had
Right.
Rock.
And Rock. But I feel like Rock was having very special episodes every
yeah.
couple of weeks. On a special Rock, Charles S. Dutton gets shot.
Again.
Probably.
I was about to bring up the sound effect from Rock, but I can't because we had massive technical difficulties tonight. My tablet that usually we do the sound effects on is stuck on this screen, as you might be able to see. It is just, I don't know what it's doing. I'm just going to wait for it to die like an old lady and just throw it in the trash. That was dark. I apologize. That was dark. At any rate, getting back to the website, after a few years of blogging and doing snarky whatever stuff, a lot of this is detailed in the zine, by the way. I realized that people weren't so much concerned with one white dude's opinion on plastic bag taxes, and then I started, just...
So he added 2 more of us.
Yeah, I mean, over the years, we've had a ton of guest contributors, Bryan and Liz sitting here in the audience, and a few other individuals that aren't here tonight.
Caitlin buys our beer every week.
Caitlin is the backbone of the show, the fiancée of one Bryan Levy. That's what's crazy is half of the website has not been the podcast, but we've been doing the podcast for 5.5 years, which is insane to me.
It's the longest job I've had.
Right. The longest hobby.
Are
at
you
the very
getting
least.
paid?
No, I'm not.
Shut up, Casey. No, I mean, God, when you look at all the things that have happened throughout the duration of the us getting together, sometimes more than once a week and talking about nonsense.
Yeah, you and I did our own hour for a couple years, right? Year and a half.
Correct. Yeah. There
where we
were
just
69 episodes of that one.
Nice.
Well, probably more like 72, but
round down.
I did for the sake of the sex joke.
Yeah, that's right.
Always.
And we would talk about pop culture, and then or really whatever was on our minds.
Well, now we're doing it again because we've got our CTB Presents channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Find it on Stitcher and iTunes right now. I'm working on getting it all the other crap.
I think
I'm doing a lot of work, a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to this whole operation.
You really are. I think it's important to say in front of people, we are doing a Quantum Leap podcast. I know we talk about it.
We are?
This is a thing that exists. One day we'll put it out.
So Evan, what is the point of the CTB Presents channel?
It's short format content, 15 to 20 minutes an episode. We've got our world famous tip jar episode now. Episodes.
And you guys have been really nice about that.
Holy
Thank you very
shitballs! Yeah,
much.
people are actually paying us money to talk about things, and that's something I never thought would ever happen in my life. People are constantly telling me to shut the fuck up.
We've got enough to replace the next chord.
We have a backlog of topics. We're going to be recording an episode about pumpkin spice. I never thought somebody would pay me $5 to spend 15 minutes complaining about pumpkin spice.
Because you've been doing it for free for years.
It's true. Been giving it away.
The most depressing Spice Girl. It's a really interesting story.
Oh, pumpkin spice. She got hit by a Mack truck.
Real sad. Real sad.
I made that up. Well, So first, all right, that's it. That's enough summarizing. I believe we're up. We're caught
Origin
up.
story's done. Uncle Ben's dead. Now we're here.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Yeah, I have great responsibility. Something.
This
Spider-Man.
podcast.
Yeah, Spider-Man. All right. So what we're
I thought it would be interesting to take a look back at 2008.
all the way back there.
It is
All the way back.
well, honestly. So if you look at things like the box office, the Emmy Awards,
Can I interject for a
Please.
second and say how shiny your face is right now?
it's fucking hot up here.
You are sweaty.
Hold on. Oh. Is that pleasant for you?
Normally,
Good for
I
me.
would say that this is a audio medium, but we actually have a camera.
Oh, good.
Great. Everyone can see how sweaty Bryan is.
I'm normally not. I'm gonna hold on. Hold on. I'm a sweater.
Oh.
Take
God.
this shirt off. But this is good. Everyone can see this shirt, which I did buy right here at Reverb. It's my fuckface shirt in honor of the Billy Ripken card where he held the fuckface bat. And I normally don't wear this, but I thought this was the right event for it. You can't really wear it to the ballpark.
The most counterculture of baseball cards.
Is this the reverse tip jar where you're going to keep taking off layers until people tip you?
I don't know, or at least until the air conditioning comes on.
Casey, that was
One
your
of the
best
two.
joke in like years.
Casey's funny, guys. Okay, deal with it.
Bryan
2008.
believes in me.
I do believe in you, Casey. I thought it would be interesting. 2008 is kind of a barrel of mediocrity.
Is
But except for the origin of the City of Breeds. But it does have some interesting points of origin.
Was the film Stealth released in 2008?
No, man. I feel like that's in the 90s.
Did we know what the president's dick looked like in 2008?
No, you didn't. It's like, what a time to be alive.
You mean our now president?
No. Then George W. Bush. I bet it looked like Waluigi.
If
It adds up.
if Trump is going to look like Toads, then his would look like
Waluigi.
a little longer and kind of evil.
Yeah, how is that not a BuzzFeed article? Like every president in history's dick by what Mario character they
Like Howard Taft's definitely looks like Kirby.
I would say
think we can all agree.
It does inhale anything that's near it and absorbs its power.
So I mean, I went back. I looked at all the number one movies and stuff. What do you think the number one movie of 2008 was? It's a sequel.
Oh boy, Shrek 3.
It's really sad because the guy who won an Oscar in the movie,
Dark Knight.
died. Dark Knight.
Oh.
Yeah, Dark Knight's great. The number two movie. That's weird though. It's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Number 2.
Like I said,
Number 2 is right. Fart.
like I said,
movie.
a completely mediocre year. Kung Fu Panda was number 3. That's a good movie.
It's all right.
How did we feel about Slumdog Millionaire?
Never saw it.
Better at the time.
An Oscar winner from
Should
2008.
we do an audience applause-o-meter?
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna say
loved Slumdog Millionaire?
So this was a game. This was a game I was gonna play. I was gonna say, does this movie suck or not? And I feel like yes, the audience should get involved. Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Ooh,
Sucks.
not a fan.
It really sucks.
That movie was like 3 hours and 20 minutes long, and it's basically like, isn't this weird? This guy is going backwards in age.
Can't deny the premise.
I guess you can't deny it. I mean, that's what the premise was. It's there. I mean, it's going to. You can't deny it. How did we feel about? Wait, I lost it. The bad Hulk movie, The Incredible Hulk.
No, it was awesome.
That was
Wait,
serviceable.
with,
Ed Norton.
Edward Norton.
That's the Edward Norton one.
That's not the bad
Columbia,
one.
Maryland's Edward Norton. You're going to besmirch his name?
You're thinking Eric Bana.
No,
That's 2004.
First off, I like Eric Bana in everything. Eric Bana is in my favorite Jewish revenge story, Munich. I'm never going to say anything bad about Eric Bana.
Okay.
My favorite Jewish revenge story, Caddyshack 2.
Okay. You're not wrong.
It's deep
The
cut.
Gopher Strikes
Yeah.
Back.
One day I'll give you my TED Talk, Why the Hills Have Eyes is the best. Okay, so this guy, he marries in, I'm going to tell it to you now. He's a Jew. He marries into this hardcore RVing family. He's like, they all make fun of him the entire first half hour of the movie. Like, oh, you're not tough. By the end of the movie, he's just sitting there covered in blood, holding an axe with his Star of David just hanging between him. He's like, I'm ready for the next one. And it's like, oh, that's a tough guy. It's like Munich, but with mutants.
Isn't that the plot of Tremors?
Yeah, it's almost the plot of Tremors. Kevin Bacon's not Jewish.
I was thinking about the crazy redneck with all the guns.
No, Michael Gross
Bert?
might
Yeah.
be Jewish.
Bert.
If you could claim one human being to be in Team Jewish, who would you want the most?
Oh, that's a great answer. It's already been solved. It's Lenny Kravitz. Like, why do I need anybody else?
I feel like he brings.
Oh, Drake is good too. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz, Drake, Sammy Davis. If they're black and entertaining, we'll take them.
But Kravitz brings down the score with the amount of scarves that he wears on a daily basis.
No, you're absolutely no. Lenny Kravitz. Every woman in here loves Lenny Kravitz. Like that's
Really?
Yeah. Everyone.
Probably-
He was in the Hunger Games.
Kravitz was, yes, he was.
Yeah.
Every woman and probably some men.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Some men.
he's got a lot of money.
And
I
he
don't
has
know-
been loved.
I don't know what he'd do if I asked Casey, but thanks for bringing it up. A very important movie came out in 2008, Iron Man.
The first one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, leading to like the MCU. Like nobody would have thought that Iron Man would lead to
Yeah, like a comic book character that was an alcoholic and a wife beater became.
That's Ant-Man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
Also Iron Man.
Are you sure you're not talking about
Iron Man's a drunk, yeah.
They're all drugs.
Robert Downey Jr.?
They're fictional characters.
Oh, in real life.
Yes.
Yes, also a cokehead. But became like the most popular. You know what? How come Blade's not involved in the Marvel Universe series?
I think
of
he is.
licensing.
He's coming up.
who wants to deal with Wesley Snipes?
I think Marvel.
The IRS?
does. Supposedly he's coming.
The IRS.
True. Moving on to like TV, on 30 Rock is the best comedy, but the things like nominated with it are terrible. Entourage, Family Guy. No, wait. Do you like Entourage?
I don't like Entourage, but I have seen every episode of it and the movie. Not in a theater, mind you, but I am Queens Boulevard.
You are Queens Boulevard. Very good. Sex and the City, the movie, also came out in 2008. How I Met Your Mother was going. The Office.
All the good shows.
The best drama was Mad Men, and what is that, like second season of Mad Men? Like that show
Strong
was
season.
still good.
Strong season.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten sick of it yet.
The economy was going great in 2008, right?
Probably.
No.
No.
I've got some bad news about 10 years ago.
I haven't gotten to the news section, but yes, it mainly.
Oh, you mean we're done with the good stuff, and now we have to like talk about the irritating, awful crap?
Well, but
My portfolio.
well, yeah, right. It took a real nosedive in 2008.
Thanks,
but luckily,
Obama.
you had. Thanks, Obama. Not yet, Casey. Not yet. It's about to get awesome, but not yet. And you
No,
had
September 21st, 2008. No Obama.
not yet.
Not yet
You were
Obama.
still a month away, but you did have Jon Stewart doing a Daily Show and stuff.
Was that 08 or 07, the rally to restore sanity in D.C.? There were like 500,000 people that showed up wearing.
I think it was later than that.
What?
Yeah, I think it was 2012.
No.
I heard
It was-
12 from the audience.
I think it was like 07.
like
I was in
2010.
college when it happened.
It was what?
Yeah, it was sometime after that.
I was in college.
Somebody Google it. We've got like 8 people Google it.
I don't remember. No data. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
no
tough.
data.
I had to pull all these up earlier.
Get Jordy on it.
So, the best. So I just want to point this out. The best TV movie Emmy winner was Grey Gardens. Have you ever seen Grey Gardens? You know about Grey Gardens?
I don't need to see
I
it.
lived Grey Garden.
Grey Gardens was an important movie for me because I was at the time living with my grandfather, and we were like basically those people, except they were women and we were men. We were just like an old man and a young guy, just like hanging out, kind of like griping to each other about life. It was fun. It was fun.
That doesn't sound fun.
No.
It was. We were funny.
Sounds like a shitty reboot of Sanford and Son.
It was the Jewish Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
We were right. We watched Jeopardy together, and he really liked Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, okay. Who doesn't?
That's the worst show I've seen every episode of.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Fair enough.
No, and that was.
You mean aside from
2008.
Lost?
I
Don't
love
you
Lost.
talk
Okay,
shit on Lost.
was Lost was still on in 2008, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Sure was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Let's change the topic off the TV series. Lost.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. We're done.
Oh, you didn't have anything.
No, I don't want to have anything because I don't want to turn this into 45 minutes about me yelling about how it's a TV show about a giant fucking cloud taking a plug out of a magic waterfall.
Yep.
That's the plot. Sorry.
Okay.
Just carry on. I'm seeing
Spoilers.
red. I'm seeing red.
So
right.
there is this Twilight Zone episode. It's called The Howling Man, and it's all about how there's this monastery that keeps the devil locked up, and that's the plot of Lost. They're keeping like the devil locked up. It's just on an island.
All right,
not a
yeah,
monastery.
Okay.
go
Anyway,
for it.
so
All
next
right.
thing. Next thing.
The show ended as the best show ever.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
We're gonna fight after this.
Music.
No,
Let's
in the
fight right
street.
now.
We're so angry at each other.
We got a video. It'll be great.
I looked up the Billboard Top 100 for the year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know any of those songs. So
Probably pretty terrible.
So I shouldn't say them. I don't know. Independent featuring Webby featuring Lil Boozy and.
Dependent. Do you know what that means?
No.
I know that song.
That's the next line.
That is Caitlin's favorite thing to do.
Thanks, Kate.
Off mic.
Yeah, Caitlin off mic from across the goddamn building is just.
Right in front of you.
I don't care.
I know "Love in This Club" by Usher. Love Song by Sarah Bareilles. It's all pretty mediocre. I mean, I guess it was "Sexual Eruption" by Snoop Dogg.
It's a classic.
I don't know that. No.
I'm not going to sing it.
I'm
because
reading
it
off a
doesn't go
list.
well.
I'm sorry. That's just
I
how
have a
it
trivia
works.
question.
Please.
According to Snoop Dogg, at what point are you instructed to park it like it's hot?
I don't have an answer.
Park it
When
like it's hot.
If
something.
If a word that I'm not going to say gets an attitude?
No. It's when the pigs try to get at you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, get off the road. Makes sense.
Wait, that's spark it like it's hot.
Park
that's
it like
my
it's
bad.
hot.
And that was 2008.
I don't think that was 2008. I don't know.
That's
I just like
2004, I
Snoop Dogg.
think.
It's about. Oh no, I was saying
That's everything that happened in
everything
2008.
that happened in 2008.
The economy
What
was
about the
great.
new stuff?
The economy. Casey got there before me.
News.
Oh, news. That's about it. Barack Obama became president.
That's it.
That's no big deal.
I kind of thought it was a big deal for.
Brian, you bring some stuff up. Other Brian.
Oh.
2008. What do you remember?
I worked at a Best Buy. It wasn't great.
Ooh. Was it the one that was featured on the hit cereal?
No, that's the one I used to go to growing up. It was a different one. Although, actually, the customer service at the one from cereal was so bad that it kind of makes sense.
Yep.
It seems like people who want to kill people hang out.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Makes
Pretty
sense.
much. You've waited that long to get a TV. Anyway, there was that. There was the Obama stuff. That whole campaign. The economy went to shit. That was a pretty big thing.
Took a big dump.
Big old dump. Again, I was working at Best Buy, so I didn't actually own anything, so I didn't lose any money on that.
Right. You didn't have any stocks or bonds.
No, I was probably selling reefer. And that always has value.
It's a cash crop, bro.
Yep.
Why is Fox News asking us to send them their gold? We should be sending them our weed. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Or
not
they should be
Fox.
sending us.
I mean, maybe they'd chill the fuck out if we did. Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
All right, what else we got before we do our little magical dance?
That's about all I have.
What were you
That's
guys
about all
doing in
you have?
2008?
What was I doing?
Oh, that's a good question. What was I doing in 2008? I was living in a 3-bedroom home/apartment on the corner of Heath and Light Street, across from a place that at that time was called The Reserve, a bar that totally sucked. Our landlord, his name was George, made the renovations such that our bedrooms were slanted. So if you put a ball bearing on the floor, it would roll directly into the corner. And one night, my bed started to do such a thing because I have one of those Posturepedic beds on wheels. No, not really, but it eventually.
He wanted the color TV from the catalog.
Yeah. What the door was seated in my bedroom, and the floor was slanted as such that the light coming through the bottom of the door was like a scene in Poltergeist, but like a triangle. And the place was full of vermin. It was awful. I lived there for another several years.
I had just started on, I think, probably the morning show, JoJo and Reagan. So I was living with my grandparents, and that was fun. That was good.
But you got to be on the radio. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's good to know that you kind of hit your life's dream and peaked at 25. The rest of it, now I'm just coasting. I mean, everything is groovy.
Yes, you have nothing to look forward to whatsoever in the next 6 months.
Oh, Bachelor Party, yeah.
Oh.
Favorite Tom Hanks movie.
Caitlin's going. It's good. Caitlin's going on her Bachelorette next weekend. I bet that'll be fun.
Ooh, where's that happening?
Ocean City.
Ooh.
If you see her, buy her a drink.
I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think it'll happen either. Casey, where were you in 2008?
I graduated college and bought my first car.
All right, Casey, great. You have a car and you graduated. Cool. In front of my dad. Fuck you, bro.
Preston, what were you doing in 2008?
Let me think. You know what? I was working retail. I was in graduate school. I had started doing stand-up comedy, which leads you to great places like this. I was living the dream, high on the hog.
We still are.
Yeah, no, definitely. Someone's dream.
Yeah, whose dream would that be?
Probably someone in a third world country.
Satan.
I mean, I got 3 hots and a cot, shit like that. So doing pretty swell.
Hots and a cot. You're in prison. The prison of the mind.
Damn it! You cut me off. All
Oh,
right.
I'm
I
sorry.
know.
I was gonna go with of his own
Too
making.
simpatico. Too
I know.
simpatico.
It's too sympathetic.
On that note, we might as well kick it off and take a little break. Are we gonna do audience shout-outs?
We should.
Does anyone in this audience have a shout-out they would like to do on microphone when we kick off the music and do our thingy?
It's good that we asked
Show of
first.
hands. Anybody. If there's like 2 of you, we'll let you do it. Okay, we got 1. 2. You're on the show, though. 2 is enough. Fine, we're doing it. Fuck it. All right, it's now...
you literally said 2.
Yeah, it's now time to celebrate the internet sensation.
Give me the tray.
Sweeping 92Q, it's time for shout-outs. Oh, no.
This works differently than the other one, huh?
It does, yeah. I put it on loop on the other one. Let's just pretend that happened.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Give me the tray.
There we go. And this is the part of the show in which we give mad props, a.k.a. shout-outs to persons, places, and things that are improving our quality of life and giving us jollies. My shout-out this week is to, of course, all of you for coming out tonight for the... the show. I have to say that the most enjoyable thing about doing any of this is the audience factor, even though most of you are people I know and people he knows or whoever, whatever. It's wonderful having you all here.
There's
And,
a fair amount of people I don't know here.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Fair amount of people I do know here, but you know.
Well, let's just agree that compared to last year's 12 people, this is roughly.
This is pretty great.
It's a lot more. All right, everybody else, who's got a shout out next?
I do. I generally try to leave the show not comic heavy, but I would definitely like to shout out DC Comics, who this week published a comic book where you can see like Batman's dick, and I
What's
think
the point of that?
yeah. What's the point?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. Yeah, it's not really pointed, Casey.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is that Batman Forever?
No, it's he takes his clothes off and there's some tasteful shadows and
Tasteful Shadows. Title of the episode.
but no, mask is off. He's in the cave, so he gets shot and he like gets resurrected and he's got to be like, oh, computer, like scan me down, and he's got to get naked. So no, I don't know. I hope not.
It's
poor guy.
turgid.
He's really half chub.
Oh, maybe I didn't I didn't pull out my jeweler's eye. All right, so maybe I did. He's Batman. Maybe that's just what it looks like soft. God, I mean, Batman.
All right.
So, really interesting move. Shout out to DC Comics.
Very good. Casey.
Shout out to the venue here, Reverb.
Yeah. Shout out to Shankman for allowing us to do this. Thank you very much.
He's a
awesome.
beautiful
He's
man.
over there. He's a beautiful man. He's got a beautiful baby, a beautiful wife.
A real mensch.
Let's give a shout out to wives and babies.
Casey, I heard Cannon wouldn't shut up.
No, he wouldn't. He
Sucks.
had a lot to say.
Well, good.
Hey, let's give a shout out to Casey's baby. He just had one a couple months ago. Bryan Preston, any shout outs?
Superman's dick? I don't.
He's got those red underpants.
You know what? Actually, I was just I just got back from vacation. I'm gonna give a shout out to the lovely island of Martha's Vineyard.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually a weird story. My lifelong best friend, his parents have a beach house out they bought up there in the early '90s, and they rented it to someone incredibly famous, and that's not a cool thing anymore because guess who they rented it to? Who?
Harvey Weinstein.
You're actually right. Yes. You're 100% correct.
That used to be cool.
Yeah, he used to live across the street. We cut through his yard and shit. Now it's weird. Anyway. That's it. I'm done. Other place.
Bryan Preston says, shout out to Harvey Weinstein. Got it. Good.
I would like that scrubbed.
Stricken from
Just for the record.
Not going to happen.
Right, yeah.
Shout
All
out
right,
to Ed.
now after we take a little breaky break, we're going to have Bryan Preston up on the mic.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Slinging some jokes. This has been
Let me tell you something.
Shout Out.
But you fly builders think you down and not really.
And we'll be right back after you guys get some drinks and buy some merch from me. Thank you.
Game of Thrones. I'm sorry to disappoint you. They had to come out to this bar on a Friday and just find out the dragons aren't fucking real. It's a fictional TV show. I do, though. I do, actually. I have a Game of Thrones sex move, though. I call it the White Walker. And that is when I politely ask a white woman to leave. It's a lot of like, hey, look, I got to watch a lot of Netflix today. It would be great if you weren't here. Or, my roommate does not like you. I understand that he is a cat, but this is his house, too. We're partners, him and I. You, I don't know, expendable. But, it's weird. I don't know. I am from fellow breeders. That's what the fans of this podcast are called, right? Is breeders. But no, I am from Baltimore. Anyone else here from Baltimore? The rest of you are ashamed. That's fine. It's okay. I wear it with pride, I guess. People think I'm tougher than I am. But no, it was weird just growing up being biracial in Baltimore in, like, the fucking 1980s. My father was just like a rah. Shit, I fucked that joke up. No, my mother was a Rago Africa type. My father, the whitest white man that ever whited. He is so white that we sound exactly the same on the telephone. But no, it's weird because it's like as a kid, we had this thing in Baltimore called the Great Blacks and Wax Museum. Have any of you been there? Yes. All right, because most of you haven't been because there's one thing about wax museums, right? They're just the creep. Exactly. Don't. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Don't step on my lines. No, because they're the creepiest fucking places on planet Earth, right? And so, like, as a child, I would have to go, like, 3 times a summer. I don't know if it was, like, to learn about my heritage or just a punishment for being a particularly shitty child. But what happened, I did not learn things. I just became deathly afraid of Harriet Tubman. I would just have nightmares, just with the cold, undead, waxen fingers of Harriet Tubman clawing at my sheets. Wake up in a cold sweat, 6 years old, screaming, "No, lady, I don't want freedom." Every 6-year-old should want freedom, folks. That's the message. But when I don't do this, I teach English in West Baltimore. You're right not to clap for that. It's weird. I like to think of myself as just like a prettier, less tough Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds. It's weird. It's fucked up. I get to do questions for my students. You shouldn't really. My students be like, "Hey, Mr. Preston, do you smoke weed?" And I'll just be like, why the fuck do you think I'm not screaming at you right now, Jardavian? Weed is legitimately the only thing keeping me civil right now, and if you read any of your papers, you would know why. I shit you not, I actually had a student hand me a paper. He spelled the word outcast with a capital K. And then he was, I stepped on that line, and then he was like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Preston, I am for real." It's weird. I don't know, man. Life. I'm getting older and shit. I'm 37. People are always like, "Bryan, you look so young," and I'm like, "That's again the secret. One black parent." You don't age. You don't age. Also, they will let you be president. I call myself a day walker. Just I do that. No one else does, but that's fine. I don't know though. But as I get older, I've realized something in the last couple. I think I might be an alcoholic because, well, I'm being generous to myself and in denial. I am an alcoholic, but the fun kind. It's messed up because like the first tip off I had was I was watching a popular show on Netflix called Marvel's The Defenders, and they make a joke to one of the characters, right? And they're like, "Hey, Jessica, why don't you go have a drink or 5?" And I heard that, and I asked one of my friends, I was like, "Is 5 drinks a lot of drinks?" And they were like, "Yes, Bryan. I wish you didn't ask me that when you were driving, but yes." I also do this cute thing where I go out to a bar and then I wake up the next day in my home in the clothes from the night before. I call it blacking out. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I think I invented it, and it's fucked up. When I was in college, actually, with Evan and some of you here, I would just get insane, do fucked up. So I'd be like, "Bryan, I don't know, you tried to give a bear a stone cold stunner last night. It was absurd. It was ridiculous." But now in my 30s, I'll wake up the next morning, I still have that like fucking existential dread that you feel, you know, when you get up and you're like, "Oh no, what did I do last night?" Except now when I get up, I'll be like, "Oh Jesus Christ, Bryan, what sort of mess, shenanigans did you get into?" And I'll get up and I'll be like, "Oh God, you madman, you absolute monster, you vacuumed your whole house." Yes. The whole fucking thing. Honestly, these are just the cutest cat photos on your Instagram, too. I don't know. what the fuck you were drinking last night, but you should keep drinking it. And then I'll go and, it's still like, we have like, we can communicate with anyone at any time. So the next thing I'll do is I'll grab my flip phone. I do still have a flip phone. I like to, the thing with it's real. You can all see it after the show. It is an LG NV3 2006's hottest phone. What I like to do with it is, like, when I look at the flip phone, I just like to pretend like this is what an iPhone 10 would be like had we lost the Cold War. Which in some ways we may have. Fair enough. And so I'll check the phone, and I'll be like, Jesus Christ, Brian, what the fuck did you do? Did you call one of your exes? Did you send a weird, hateful text? No, you paid your BGE bill. You sent a dick pic to Comcast. And you used one of their remotes for scale. Everyone that's laughing hard at that has gotten one of those dick pics from someone. That's the Comcast remote is the most constant ingredient in a dick pic, apparently. That's why they're shaped like that. I don't know. Times are weird, times stuff things. I don't know. People, they get political. I've been doing this own thing myself where I just like to go up to white people at bars and I just touch their hair without asking. I just like to run my fingers through it and be like, oh my God, I don't want this on my head. You could make 1 million toothbrushes out of this. It's not amazing. I bet you do. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to drop that thread. This is obviously a sensitive topic for most of you. It's okay, everybody. You win in the end. But anyway, there are problems, I think, though. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. There might actually be some racial tension in Baltimore. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I know, it's absurd, right? Here's the thing, though. I'm an idea guy. I come up with ideas. I think I know how to start the healing. Here's what we need. We need another Nutty Professor movie. Just Nutty Professor 3, Black Lives Fatter. I think it'll be big. I'm a big cinephile. My favorite movie, I don't know. My favorite movies are the ones I come up with myself. It's true. I have this idea. I'll leave you guys with this. I have this idea. $1 billion fucking movie. It's based on a true story. People like movies based on a true story, right? All right. Here's the idea. Okay. Real thing. This one dude, right? He goes over to Kandahar in Iraq, right? Gets his dick and balls totally fucking blown off, right? Bear with me. So they send him to Johns Hopkins. Apparently, Baltimore being everyone's like, you have the ugliest people and the worst drivers, which I think is bullshit. I'm neither of those things. But anyway, no, we are also the dick and ball transplant specialists for the United States of America, right? They give this motherfucker an entirely new dick and balls, right? So in my movie, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, okay? He plays the fucking dude. They send him over, first 10 minutes, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, dick and balls, totally blown off, all gory and stuff. He's a Ken doll in the front, right? The twist, Kevin Hart plays his new dick. Okay, cool. I'm going to get on with that, and I guess we're going to get the rest of this going, I'm assuming. The rest of the crew, they're coming back out. Big Bunny Evan, Bryan, the other guy,
Everybody give a round of applause to Casey because I will say this, and we do say it on occasion.
On occasion.
This podcast actually probably wouldn't have happened without him because we started out with his equipment.
It's still his equipment.
Yeah.
This mixer is his.
I mean, at this point, it's like eminent domain. Like, it's just everybody's. At
Yeah,
this
you
point.
get to be on the show because your grandfather did.
It's his football. I mean, if we want to play, it's his football.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody give a round of applause to Brian Preston for his stellar comedy. This motherfucker has been funny since I've known him at least, at this point, like 20 years ago?
Yeah, about 20 years, yeah.
Jesus.
Chiffiwich for life, man. That's so inside baseball,
So
forget
many
it.
inside jokes that we have to get. McWorld! See,
It could
nobody
happen.
gets it. It's an inside joke. But,
Snatch your ass up in a bear trap.
Just be jealous you guys weren't
I
involved.
would like to make a note that the joke about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's dick as Kevin Hart was born on this podcast.
It's true.
I love it.
I love it too.
I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Speaking of the Rock and Kevin Hart, I had jury duty a couple weeks ago.
Was Katherine Heigl and Taye Diggs there?
No, the Rock and Kevin Hart were. They played Jumanji, and it was the first time I ever saw a jury duty crowd ambivalent about being let out early. We were like 15 minutes from the end of the movie.
Oh, and they just cut it off.
And they just cut it off. They're like, all right. They're like, y'all can stay. They're like, no, we're like, no, we'll go. We'll go.
When I was at jury duty the last time, I had to watch what's that Eddie Murphy movie? Where
1,000 Words.
1,000 Words, and I had to watch, meet the parents, and I'm just like, oh, damn it! Come on, spring the $25 for a new release.
No, Jumanji's pretty new. Listen, no arguments.
Was that the first time you've seen Jumanji?
No, it's like the fourth, and I slept through most of it. So I mean, I was ready to go. I snored at jury duty. Me and this nice 60-year-old made eye contact. I was like, shh, it was me.
All right, before we get on to topics, I would like to give a couple of middle-of-the-show plugs. Tomorrow at Mount Vernon Marketplace at the Between Two... it's written on my hand, ladies. Between Two Buns booth and also the Cultured Charcuterie booth. It's me. I'm hosting a happy hour from 5 to 8. $15 will get you a burger, fries, and a drink. And also New Liberty Distillery will be there, so you can test out their wares and their liquors. It's a big weekend. I'm going to the Pigtown Main Street Festival. Is anyone else going to see the pigs race?
No.
No.
I'll be at work all day.
Yes, and.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Bryan. Just make shit up. Just say, yeah, I'm going there. I'm wearing a top hat.
I'll be there. Find me. I'll have a top hat and a red boutonniere.
Very good. Then from 5 to 8, I will be at the Mount Vernon Marketplace hosting this happy hour. Please come. Please come. And then after that, there is on Park Avenue they're calling it the Night Market. And I think the focus is on Chinatown. Baltimore has its own Chinatown.
If you were listening to the podcast 2 weeks ago, you would have learned about that 1 block radius that is Baltimore's Chinatown.
In the corrections department, there is no longer an arch. There are no Chinese arches there anymore.
No, there is an arch. It's more. There are arches. There's a McDonald's.
Yeah. The golden arches. Yeah.
Okay, that's where you can still get that Rick and Morty bullshit sauce.
No, you can get it everywhere now.
It's not good.
It's not.
No, it's delicious. Shut up.
I hope they put a sterilizing agent just to get rid of all the Rick and Morty fans like myself. I'm kidding.
Rick and Morty, that's a show you like.
It's a quality show. I hate everyone else that likes it.
Okay, because
I hate you too. It's okay.
This is completely unplanned. This is just where my head's at. I don't like Rick and Morty.
Really?
I think it's bad. Yeah. Does the crowd Rick and Morty fans?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
It's fine. I'd like to tell you about a thing called Discworld, which is better and makes all the same jokes, but it's not important. Just
Bryan,
you guys don't give a shit. Fuck it.
Is Adventure Time still on?
Adventure Time is no longer on, and I stopped watching that show like 5 years ago when that show stopped doing the things I liked about it.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean,
all shows need to have like a mythology and like try to teach me things and make me feel things about shit. I don't need that. Like, what if BoJack Horseman was just a show about a guy with a horse's head? Like, but no, it's like one of the most emotionally deep shows ever.
I think it's the first Godfather.
Guys, I keep yelling about my hatred of Peak TV. I'm really excited for the Magnum PI reboot coming up next Monday. That's where I'm living these days. I like
the Murphy Brown reboot.
Can't wait. I think it's on the same day, same network. I don't even have to change the channel.
Thank you. Somebody had to say.
Honestly, I think my love of The Bachelor is the most relatable thing about me.
To who?
Hard disagree.
Am I the only person who watched? Oh, is anybody watching The Challenge? No, I know 2 people are. That's not good enough. That's not good enough to carry this.
2 people watching The Challenge.
But I thought Bachelor was really great. I think they made some weird decisions in Paradise. I don't like why bring Leo back for after the final rose if you're not even gonna have him speak. It's not. No, Leo sucks. Didn't you watch Paradise?
Okay.
He's the worst. Thank you. I think.
Thank you.
Colton's gonna be a shitty Bachelor. Whatever. We all agree about that. Colton sucks.
All right, Brian, that's been your time.
Thanks.
You're done. Please leave.
Thanks. Ziggy gets it wrong one day. Who knows?
All right, let's try an experiment. Anybody in the audience have a topic they'd like to do? Us to do a hot five on a little tight five.
Bird scooters. Yeah.
Oh. Bird scooters.
You've kind of, yes.
I'm terrified.
I've spoken about bird scooters on the program before. I love them. And the one reason that I do love them is because as a replacement for the now extinct Baltimore bike share program that we were paying for, we're not paying for these things. If there's a lot of videos on Facebook of people like saying, "Oh my God, this is why we can't have nice things," and there's a video of this little kid vandalizing a bird, and I'm like, I didn't pay for it. It's fine. Bird paid for it. If it's at the bottom of the ocean, I don't care.
It's kind of like every time I drive by a skate park, someone's left the skateboard from years ago in the trunk of my car. Every time I see a bird scooter, I'm just like, man, I'm going to hurt the fuck out of myself on that thing.
I decided a few weeks ago.
Brian is very nervous about birds.
Not for me. I'm just not doing it. I can walk places, and I'll still get there within. I feel like everything's still going to take you 15 minutes, so I'll just fucking walk and not break my ass. So that's my decision.
But what if you could get there in 3 minutes for less than $4?
Moving sidewalks. That's the answer.
People movers. Do
Yeah.
you guys remember when there was a petition going to build a gondola going over the Inner Harbor?
Oh, God.
That was a real thing.
I just never feel more alive than when I'm moving quickly in an airport. And I'm saying just put that in the streets of Baltimore.
Do you do that? Do you do that thing where you get on the people mover and then you start walking? Like,
This is a real thing. I actually do this every time I get on a people mover in an airport. Is I like to pretend that I'm in Jim Iroquois' virtual insanity video.
yeah.
I do like the fucking poses and shit at nobody. People are like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "A lot."
But do you wear the hat? Do you have an airport people mover hat?
You don't cover this up, baby.
Oh, all right.
I like
Fair enough.
I like to scooch down a little bit and pretend I'm on a canoe. It's only funny for the people who are walking next to me. I mean, but it's good.
Hey, what's up with airports?
Who are the ad wizards who came up with that one?
The Wright brothers?
I haven't been in an airport in a couple months.
The Wright brothers? Airports, I mean, they came up with the airplane, so, you know.
They didn't invent the airport.
Well, by proxy.
Casey?
This does sound like a fun game, though. Word association with Casey. I just
That's a bad rabbit hole.
All right, we did bird scooters. Anybody else got a topic? Oh, ooh.
What's Nacho Quest?
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Oh, but this. Oh, I remember Nacho Quest. This was your quest to go on every place that served nachos.
Yeah, in the city of Baltimore.
And how many Chili's can one guy go to?
Shit. I remember this.
Yeah. Since the website's been around 10 years, it should be noted that that was my quest to go to every place in Baltimore that served nachos and rate them accordingly.
With golden nachos.
Yes, with golden nacho chips as a scale between 1 and 5. And only one place got a Golden Donkey award. It was Harbor-Q, which is now closed. They had pulled pork nachos, which was insane at the time. And now it seems like everything has been made and it's all been done. And at a certain point, like I wrote a blog post about how, God damn it, Baltimore needs more ramen. But now we're like swimming, literally drowning in ramen. Like you could just walk out your fucking front door, ramen. There it is, right there. It's right there. It's a block away. You don't have to travel 25 miles to get it anymore.
But where can I get some pho?
Oh, all over the place.
Chinese takeout.
Hey guys, where's the best place to get Chinese food in?
Why doesn't Baltimore have good Chinese food? Was that Harry Carey that I just did?
I secretly think like they're all the same Chinese place and they're all just serving you sugar chicken.
China number 1. Anyway, getting back to this Nacho Quest thing, I did find, well, maybe I will
The
bring it
Chinese
back,
call
but
them wontons.
at the time, I did figure out that Holy for Holies has the best nachos in the city.
What?
I know, everyone's like cocking their head to the side like a confused dog, but it's...
Can't be right.
I've had
At the time, it was very true because they give you a giant plate of chips, they layer the cheese, they bake it properly, they put all the top... I'm banging the table like Brian. This is how passionate I am about nachos. But
Come at me.
At the time, that was the winner. Maybe it is time to revisit that topic.
Man. My counterpoint would be every other thing I've eaten at Holy Frijoles.
Evan,
They have good pinball.
Evan really was the writer of 4. I mean, you are the writer of City That Breeds. There were a few other people. I wrote one article.
I thought you wrote 2, but I was wrong.
No, I think it's please, it's just the one. But you also wrote for like The Sun and stuff. What was your favorite place when you did drink reviews? I went on a drink review with you to the Crown once.
Oh yeah, you did.
And that was
I
a
got
good
like
drink.
a cobbler drink. Of
Yeah.
variety. Yeah, that was.
What was your
very
favorite?
fun.
What was your favorite drink to have when you were doing shit like
Well,
that?
I was able to go to these places that I'm basically just a basement slut when it comes
just
to
a guy.
booze. Like, yeah, just like give me a bow. I don't give a shit. Like whatever. So I got to go to really legitimate cocktail places and write about them, and I got paid some money to do it. So it was very unusual for me to have to come up with, a thesaurus to like describe these cocktails that I normally. I'm like, I don't give a shit about smoked ginger sugar shit in my martini, whatever the hell I'm drinking. But I had to do it because I got paid.
Your favorite drinking experience, of course, being the Dundalk Festival Beer Garden.
100 million %. If you people have never been to the beer karaoke garden at the Dundalk Heritage Festival every 4th of July weekend, my God, you are missing out on the most fantastic experience in the human existence.
I think I'm gonna have to do that.
There's a man named. You live there now.
I know.
There's a man named Hurricane, I believe, possibly typhoon or tornado. I can't remember. But
He was the man the authorities came to blame.
Oh my God, he has the voice of an angel, and he. Oh God, I can't.
Oh, I could
look,
stay awake just to hear you
think-
sleeping.
All right. Now we're pivoting.
Wondering if it's me you're seeing while you're far away and dreaming. This is for you, Donnie.
Is everybody in Baltimore's name Donnie?
No, her name was Dottie. Keep up, Casey.
It's D-O.
But Donnie and Dottie seems about right.
D-O-N-I and D-O-N-N-Y.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's her name if her name is Donnie?
Donnie.
Daniela?
Donnie.
Donatello?
I don't know. Yeah, let's visit this topic. The finest. I'm coming up with the topic now. The finest Baltimore accent karaoke songs of all time.
Oh. I would walk 500. Not good.
No. I say "You're So Vain" by Carly Simon.
Probably think this song is about you.
Don't you?
The answer. There is an actual answer for this. I feel.
Uh oh.
It's the Star Spangled Banner. Ew. It's the one song every Baltimorean loves to sing with.
What about
Dang
you chasing waterfalls?
Waterfalls, though.
Waterfalls. Sorry.
That's good. Waterfalls is good. That might be the winner.
Guys, keep yelling out songs.
Car wash.
Active car wash. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Car wash, yeah. This is great material.
I'm enjoying myself greatly.
I'm having a wonderful time.
Having an audience changes everything.
It does, especially when they have to sit there, and if they leave, then they're rude.
No, and they're doing all the heavy lifting right now, so that's even better.
Content-wise. No, that's engaging.
It is. I will say the tip jar episodes have been a lot of fun. Like, you guys
Seriously.
have been sending us a lot of really good things.
We were kicking around the idea of doing the pumpkin spice tip jar episode.
But I'm spent. I don't think we got it. I got it.
You are sweating like
I'm leaving it.
Or in church.
You know what? It's like Kilmer says, 48 minutes for the next 48 years of your life, and now here I am.
Wait, from... Yeah.
Have you guys not seen Varsity Blues? It's Coach Kilmer. 48 minutes for the next 48 minutes of our life. Well, I say, fuck Kilmer.
I don't think that's the scene everybody remembers from that movie.
There's also I Don't Want Your Life. It's the same character. I just...
No, the scene everyone
Whipped
related.
cream bikini, Brian.
Yeah, whipped cream,
fuck,
Ally-
like that movie. I just remember the one from Not Another Teen Movie where it's Chris Evans.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good movie.
Shyler Lee.
Yeah, that movie is it's a sleeper. I like that in Cruel
A
Intentions.
sleeper?
Yeah, people forget about it. Not Another Teen Movie. It's a hard R movie. There's a chick who just walks around topless the entire fucking time.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Ooh, We should revisit that film and talk about it on a future episode and see if it's quote problematic.
Oh, I'm sure that it is.
Remember the scene where the two girls play battle shits in the bathroom?
That's not.
That's Howard and Kumar.
Yeah, that's Howard and Kumar.
It's on IFC every day.
That's Harold. What?
Evan doesn't have cable.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Thanks for outing me.
Sorry.
All right. Anybody else got a topic they want?
Yeah, what about old places that are new places, but you still call them by the old place?
Oh, what?
Old places that are new places that we call by the old.
I do that. So I went to One Star Country Club today.
Jose Cafe.
And yeah, it's still Jose. I'm still like.
No Idea Tavern.
Yeah, let's go to Jose. Hammer Jacks. Hammer Jacks hasn't existed for years.
No, it's coming back, baby.
It's coming back, baby.
Big town.
Whenever I go to Power Plant Live, I'm still going to Bar of Baltimore. You know, like Have a Nice Day Cafe. It hasn't been that place for like 15 years.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I guess
That place was a fucking dump.
Yeah,
Do
sure.
you remember the nasty like Darth Vader that was hanging from the ceiling and the whole place smelled like piss and like the floor was extremely sticky?
There was also like the Explorers Club downstairs. I don't. That's an actual place down.
Yeah, but that downstairs place keeps changing hands over and over and over and over and over. It changes names now. I think it's Lucky's or something.
I don't
But it
know.
was the Lodge for a while.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Power Play It Live, man. Just look. Here's my solution for all the people that have a problem with, say, Federal Hill or any of the other areas where young douchebags go. Just allow Power Plant Live to reinstitute college night, because that's where all these mess heads come from. The douche bros that hang out at like, I'll go to Cross Street Market on a Saturday, and I'm like, I just want to get a big beer and enjoy myself.
Yeah,
at
but they
1
give
p.m.
you one of those giant like plastic things full of beer. I like going there too.
But yeah, you get all these Loyola students that look like children to me because I'm very old.
Okay, here's a legit question: which is more of an important rule to make? No children after 6 p.m. or no one under 27 ever.
No one under 27.
No. There was a bar in Fells Point that attempted to do this.
A grown folks only club?
Yeah, grown folks only club. I think their cutoff was 25, and I'm like, that's bullshit. No, not 25, 28.
20? No, yeah, 25. No, that's why I said 27 because it's not 28 because 28 just feels weird. But 27, that's 9 times 3. For some reason, that seems right to me. I can't tell you why. It's just I'm crazy.
Yeah, what math formula are you working with?
9 times 3 is 27. That seems like a good age.
It's 999 Emergency. It's a Motorhead song.
Does that make? That's not weird. All right,
I mean,
whatever.
it is.
9 times 3 is 27. Good age.
Does that satisfy your curiosity, Shankman? Thank you.
What were you looking for us to talk about? Thanks. You're helpful.
Children bands from breweries.
We tried to
We
do
did
this
that
with the
last week.
Catholics last week.
Somebody didn't listen.
They weren't interested.
MS-DOS games.
MS-DOS games. Ooh. Tronster loves this one. Doom, my favorite MS-DOS game of all time. Doom. Thank you. Next topic.
No, do you know?
Doom?
Does Minesweeper count?
No, that's Windows 3.1.
Oh. Carmen San Diego and like Oregon Trail. That's like MS-DOS.
That's Apple II shit.
So,
Treasure Mountain.
but I think it's all in the same place. You know what game was bullshit? Amazon Trail. I could never figure out what the fuck was going on in Amazon
What is
Trail.
this fantastical game you are speaking of?
You had like tridents and you had to stab eels and shit.
Whoa.
You did actually.
Like Amazon Trail was shitty. Here's the
So
game
what
that
did you die of, though?
malaria. I don't know.
Oh, Trenchfoot.
Feline AIDS.
Feline AIDS.
Tribe members.
Kennel
I don't
cough.
know. It was the 90s. You can still get away with shit like that. I did like Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. That was not an MS-DOS game. That's a Sega Genesis. game. No one ever talks about Number Munchers. Number Munchers
we do.
was not a
Yeah.
game that I could do.
But Word Munchers too.
Word Munchers is good. Word Munchers I did like.
Like how Preston just sheepishly chimes in. Like,
Yeah.
If the best part of Oregon Trail was entering in like your friends' names and like bad words and
Yeah.
like Batman and shit.
Also, 80s bad words, which are very troubling now.
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, we all
moving
know.
on.
Bundles of sticks.
Escape from Monkey Island.
The same kind of
Hold
joy.
on, my greatest pleasure of all time for Oregon Trail was when a friend of mine who was in class died in the game. I got to write his epitaph on the tombstone.
Oh, it smells like farts always.
His name is Andrew, and it was died of butt AIDS.
Nice.
I was 9 years old.
It's the same kind of giddiness that happened when your neighborhood bowling alley switched over to the computerized names, and you're like, "Oh shit! Put in like Ninja, like that's me." Like,
I actually always do. I would always do Malcolm. So every time I got a strike, I would just say Malcolm X.
you can get away with things like that.
Heyo.
Half of you can.
Yes.
There it goes.
All right, one more audience topic. I'm going to let Preston take the lead on this. Anybody got a topic for Bryan to spearhead?
They don't know who he is.
Well, he's a stand-up comic, so maybe
I'm an
they could
everyman.
Just yell out a place, maybe an office.
Oh, yeah, like a little improv-y type thing.
What?
What do you mean, no?
It's nothing we've ever done before. I think.
Why
this is the
not
crowd.
try it now?
This is the crowd.
I get paid to do this. Let's go.
Camping.
All right, another topic. The last time I went camping. Oh, Jesus Christ! The last time I actually
Tell
went
us about the last time you went camping.
Okay, so it was. I went to one of my good friends, another stand-up comic, do with our podcast, Laugh Finder with Tommy Sambazo. He used to do
Good plug,
live.
good plug.
Hey,
That's a podcast that people listen to.
It is.
allegedly. So anyway, he was doing live action role playing, and we're good friends. And he's like, "Hey, you should come out to one of these LARPing things."
I was saying, like,
with me, like a LARPing camp out. Yeah, so the last time I went camping was a fucking LARPing camp out about 2013.
Was it Darkon? Was it Darkon?
It was Darkon.
Oh!
It was a Darkon event, and the fucked up. Okay, because like,
hello, dear friends. What are these morsels you call craft marshmallows?
Well, the thing was actually is because I was really shitty at the combat. What they would do is I was the royal insulter, and we were just fucked up the whole time. And they built like camp walls around their encampment, and people would walk up, and I would do like Middle English insults of
Prithee, sit at my campsite and drink my natty lights.
I would say
Stop upon my roasted marshmallows.
I mean, I would say stuff like, what is the difference between thy matron and a washerwoman? Whence I drop a load on the washerwoman, she does not follow me around for the whole week.
Fuck you, peasant.
It was shit like that, and then, so I would just talk, like, do, like, your mom joke. I was drunk the whole weekend, and I just do, like, Middle English your mom jokes, which is the only really good use of all these degrees in English that I have.
It's your only obvious opportunity to be ribbled.
Exactly. Oh, man, I have such a...
Wasted opportunity.
Geez, that was a joke I didn't do tonight. But anyway, the other thing, though, is...
Do you want to do it now?
It would take too much time.
Okay.
Maybe at the end. Anyway, the other thing is like all my friends, you know, they're all like, one of our this guy Happy who's like does like, art student does like makeup. Everyone's getting their war paint, right? You know, to go in there and do their fake battles, and everyone's like, all right, cool. I'm like our fucking battle shield, whatever, or fucking sigil. I get up and I'm like, I want to be Spider-Man. So I make this dude give me Spider-Man face paint like he would give to a child at the state fair. And I wore that the whole day into battle and shit. Although at one point...
Yeah, talk about how much you love turtles. I love turtles.
I know. They're vicious creatures and they smell. But the problem was, at one point, we ran out of beer. And so me and one of the other LARPers, we go into... Because this is in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And... we drive there to the liquor store, and I don't feel like taking off this face paint, so I had to go buy a bunch of 30s of beer with Spider-Man face paint at like 4:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday in Upper Marlboro.
All right, kid, I'm going to need to see some ID.
In a wizard's cloak, mind you. And people are just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I'm just too good of a friend, and that is the last time I went camping.
Sounds good.
Round of applause. I have to say that if you are unfamiliar with what Darkon is, there is a documentary about it, and it is the best.
It's called Role Models, and it's hilarious.
It's not. It's called Darkon, and if you want to see guys dressed as
So Role Models is in a documentary?
My favorite thing is because there's this thing with the Dark Elves, right? Which is yeah. And so what I like to do is whenever I go to the Renaissance Festival, if you don't know what a Dark Elf is, it is they're from, I forget the because I'm the least nerdy person on this tabletop gaming podcast, I forget what city they're from. Huh?
Nothing.
Anyway, like dressed from the fucking whatever books. They are entirely black with the pointy ears, and when you see one of them, it looks like a person in blackface with fantasy ears, and they're at the Renaissance Festival. What I like to do is I like to pose near them where I'm just holding a beer, and I look very uncomfortable, and I just have my friends take pictures of me doing that. It's a weird thing.
Getting back to this documentary, if you want to watch a guy in dark elf dark face.
I got a picture with that guy, actually.
Yeah, does he have the red contacts?
Different guy, I'm wrong.
Okay. There's a scene in the documentary where he has this crazy accent, southern accent, and he's like, I would like to borrow with you in exchange for my wares. I would like a supernatural death poison. And
take my deadly mace with +3 charm.
Yeah, it's weird. There's that guy, but then everybody else has a Maryland accent, so they're essentially doing "You're so vain," but talking about like
Donnie, put a spell on him, Donnie.
Yeah, I put a curse on you, Johnny. You didn't like it when I went down to that concert with the heavy metal parking lot, and I held a grudge.
I heard that Misty, she got some of these magic beans.
Fucking Misty,
boy.
Lightning bolt. They throw tennis balls at each other and they yell lightning bolt when they cast spells.
Do. Fireball,
lightning bolt, etc.
Fireball, lightning bolt, fireball.
It's like when Cartman went up against the psychics. I like that this is being recorded on film so people can see us actually doing it.
For once.
You know, when we're 60 years old, we're going to get to watch this and say, this is just as bad as when we wrote journal entries as teenagers in our little diaries.
That is literally the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. Thank you. I will make it to 60. I will.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Now that I believe in myself.
Yeah. All right, on that note, I guess it's time to get a little angry. Time to get a little vintage.
That's 20. Speaking of role models.
Time to get a little Bryan Preston say something that equivocates to being
rage.
Mad. Yeah.
Grr.
Yeah. Time to go. Time to go right ahead and tell everyone to shut up.
We gonna let the band deal with this.
I can't do the bomb sound effects.
Spit all over myself.
Old school.
Embarrassing.
All right, this is the part of the show in which we end the show. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming out. Give yourselves a round of applause before we get angry. Should be noted that after we're done recording, we will still have the mics live and we'll do the raffles. If you have not bought a ticket yet,
we forgot something.
and you would like to, please do so. What's going on?
The grappling hook.
Oh, the story behind.
We gotta pause. All right, this is important.
Shut-ups have been suspended.
Ha Buy a raffle ticket now while you still have time.
Yeah, the grappling hook.
Does anybody in the room actually remember the story of the grappling hook?
No,
I
don't.
No, they don't. So we were recording one day, and I think we were like 8 natural lights deep, and we were joking about buying a grappling hook.
Well, it was a Groupon. It was,
yes, there was
we
one
were doing
Groupon.
like a segment about weird Groupon.
Yes, weird Groupon segment, and I had like 8 natural lights. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to buy this. Not thinking that it was one-click shopping, and I bought a grappling hook while we were recording.
Yeah. So now
and that is the grappling hook.
CTB show grappling hook is available.
I believe Trusser
is bringing it to us. Yeah, so you can see it here. It's on camera.
And for how many years did we spitballed ideas?
We literally were going to do video of us like scaling a wall or I don't know what.
The thing is fucking terrifying. It's sharp and could hurt somebody.
It's got points. And I don't mean
It'll
like
hurt somebody.
Credit card points, just like it's sharp. Anyway, that's part of our whiskey man raffle package.
Or women, like I said, Catwoman needs a grappling hook.
Very good. All right, now it's time to get a little angry again, and we're going right back to doing all that crap. This is the end of the show in which we give persons, places, and things that are lowering our quality of life and
deproving our existence.
Yeah, a hearty, proverbial, or literal.
Fuck you.
Shut up. My shut up this week. No, hold on. Get back to me, Casey. What is your shut up?
Shut up to the Captain Marvel trailer. I was excited for this for a long time. It was boring as shit. So that is my shut up.
I disagree. I'll watch Brie Larson do pretty much anything. Olsen. Is it Brie Olsen? No, Brie Olsen does other things.
It's a boring
I'll watch
trailer.
Brie Larson do lots of things.
Punch an old woman in the face. That was the only good part of the trailer.
I've already watched Brie Olsen do lots of things. I'm ready to watch Brie Larson do new things. Stop looking at me, please.
Brian Preston, do you have any shut-ups?
Yes, you know what? Actually, I would like to just give a brief shut-up to the state of fucking New Jersey. Now, folks, here is the thing.
Perpetual, yeah.
That's like a standing shut up.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. My alternator died on the New Jersey Turnpike when I was driving up, and they won't let you actually use your own roadside assistance. If you call them, you have to go through the Turnpike fucking, the New Jersey agency or whatever. I called Geico. Yes, you're going to learn something tonight, folks. I called Geico, and I'm like, yo, my car's fucking dead. Send a tow truck. They are like, all right, cool. We're sending a tow truck right now to tow you somewhere. I got to call 20 minutes later. They're like, no, you can't do that in New Jersey if you're on the Turnpike. It's actually after an exit plaza on the Turnpike. You have to get the New Jersey Turnpike people. They're all vetted and shit. It's a giant fucking scam. The alternator of my car was dead. Some dude, they sent someone to do the wrong thing, and then when the tow truck did show up, they charged me like, because also, you have to contact your own roadside people to get reimbursed for the shit, and they charged me $800 for a tow and a goddamn new fucking alternator, so fuck the state of New Jersey. They're just a bunch of goddamn pit vipers, and if there is a god, I hope the rapture starts there.
And he can't make a left.
No, they can't. Also, if you don't have your
Can't pump your own gas.
if you don't have your own not-to-date insurance card on you, that's a crime. And fuck New Jersey. Sorry, I'm gonna put this mic down before I just do this for another hour.
All right,
Moving on.
I got one.
Go for it.
So this isn't really so much of a shut up, just as a place I want to tell this story. I was like walking around Ham today and walked into like this. I tried to walk into one of the antique stores, and and the door was locked. I'm like, oh, and there were people outside. She's like, oh, are you looking to go in? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, do you live around here? I'm like, what? Yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm just kind of wandering, looking for stuff. And she's like, oh, okay. You know, there's some like druggies around, so I just keeping the door locked. It's like, oh, lady, that's a weird story. Thanks for telling me. It's your business hours are wrong. Your door's locked. And like, shut up to that lady. She made me feel weird. Thanks.
Hey, is that Nazi flag still up in Hamden?
It's not. I walked by it, but their window was open today.
All right.
I had a busy day. No Nazi flag. Check that off the list.
Shut up for the fan zone?
Oh, do we have it?
Yes, we have a shut up. One shut up. So shut up to people who didn't leave us a shut up. But shut up from Liz Gall. Shut up to whoever's putting trash next to, but not in, my trash can. So close and yet so far.
I'm going to dovetail on that shut up because, in this town now we've got these city-owned trash cans that they're everywhere. And I have one that just magically appeared in the front of my house. It's not mine. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know who to put it, where to put it. It's just full of diapers. Soiled diapers and dog poop bags and things like that. And I'm like, I'm just going to overturn it in the middle of the street. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
But you like the environment so much. It's so hurtful.
Sometimes I just got to set fire to the thing that I love.
The environment.
All right, that has been Shut Ups. That is the end of the song.
Cool.
Whee! Let's, All right, you sweating it out?
Yeah, man, it's all right.
All right, that is officially
Tell everybody.
end of the CTB 10th anniversary live show at Reverb.
I'll at least have that to bask in for the next couple of days.
Yeah, that'll keep me going for a little while.
I'm sure something terrible is bound to happen.
Before you all leave, if you would like to participate in any of the raffles or buy some merch from us, please do. The zines are free. Please take them, but the suggested donation is $5. We are accepting credit cards, cash.
Do people have to be here to win the raffles?
Yes, they do. If you bought a ticket, please stick around.
Probably
I'm going to get
should've
to
said
it
that
as
earlier.
fast as I possibly can. I'm going to stop this recording and get myself a beer, and then I will announce the winners by picking those tickets.
Announce the winners and then get the beer. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No.
Okay.
It's going to take me 35 seconds.
All right.
So you still have time if you haven't entered the raffle.
Yeah.
Last chance. Last chance.
For that grappling hook.
For raffles.
Sweet grappling hook.
All right, I'd be remiss if we didn't do this while we're here in front of an audience. Thank you very much for being a friend.
I was also worried about this, Casey.
Thank you
Travel
very much
down the road
for
and back again.
Your heart is
It's
true.
true.
You're a pal and a confidant.
And if you threw a party
And then
and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say,
Thank you for being a friend.
ba 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 ba. A Junker Wit production.
All right, that's it.
Thanks, everybody.